Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Kira K. Dixon, and this is your Golf Central update. 2 days away from play at Finca Cortesine for the 18th Solheim Cup, the press room was busy today ahead of the opening ceremony tomorrow, and the top female golfers from the United States and Europe will compete against each other in Spain. You can catch live first-day coverage this Friday at 2 a.m. Eastern Time on Golf Channel. So here's the 12 women representing the United States, captained by Stacey Lewis. 9 players automatically qualified. 3 were captain's picks. Nelly Korda is the third-ranked player in the world. There are 5 rookies, including 2 major champions in Lilia Vu and Alison Corpuz. Let's take a look at the 12 players representing Team Europe, who are the defending champions after their win at Inverness 2 years ago. 8 automatic spots, along with 4 captain's picks for Suzanne Pettersson. A good mixture of veterans like Anna Nordqvist and Charlie Hull, with some young up-and-coming talent like Lynn Grant and Maya Stark. And let's head out to Spain, where we find Amy Rogers.
Thanks, Kira. Well, with the European team chasing a third consecutive Solheim Cup title, it's easy to see why they would be the favorites coming into this year's matches. And European Solheim Cup captain Suzanne Pettersson certainly sees the strength in her team as well. Her team with 8 worldwide wins between them over this last year and a collective 31 Solheim Cups played over their career. Now, Pettersson said ahead of the matches that she believes this is the strongest Solheim Cup team that they have assembled. And I got a chance to catch up with a few of the veterans that are returning for the European side to get their take, to find out how they feel like this year's team compares to those in the past.
Yeah, I think this is a very, very strong team. It's got a lot of depth to the team as well. So where before we had a lot of strong players, but then sometimes the back end of the team wasn't as strong. But I feel like we're pretty strong all the way through. And yeah, no, I think we've got a good chance this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think this is the strongest team we've ever had on paper, for sure. Like Charlie said, there's not one weak player in our team. I think you can put out any of us at any time, and I think we'll perform well. So I think that makes it a little bit easier when picking players to go out and pairings for Suzanne. So I think, yeah, we're very confident going into this.
I think we're all very ready to go. I don't think it's anything to hide under a chair that if you look on paper, we have the strongest team that I've ever been a part of. And that's literally based on great performances over the last 2 years from all the players. So with good results, there's also expectations, but these girls are so up for it, so we can't wait.
Pettersson says she has a few mystery guests lined up this week that will come and speak to her team. She said the message she's really been trying to get across is just that of being a team, that it's not about the individual, it's about the group. And she hopes that they will come together over these next few days and stand shoulder to shoulder this weekend. Well, on the American side, there's been a lot of talk about just how young this U.S. team is this year. The average age of Team USA, 25. That's 3 years younger than the European side. They have 5 players on the European team that are in their 30s. Now, U.S. captain Stacey Lewis said she's not too concerned about having 5 rookies on the team this year. She thinks they'll be able to mesh with the rest of the team. And in speaking with a few of the rookies today, it sounds like they're getting some great advice from those 7 veterans that are on the U.S. team. And I asked them to share a few nuggets that were particularly helpful earlier this week.
I think we've all gotten a lot of pieces of advice from veterans and our captain, Stacey, especially about, on the first tee that we're definitely going to feel nerves like we've never experienced before. And I think we're all kind of anticipating that moment when our names are announced, representing the United States of America. I think someone said, I forgot who, in a practice round earlier this week, that they had received a piece of advice saying that you should take 2 really hard practice swings on the first tee to kind of like get the adrenaline out, to like get those nerves out before you actually tee up the ball. So I thought that was pretty helpful.
I have to second that. All the advice that we've received was just how to deal with the crowds and how to deal with the adrenaline that we're going to get on the golf course. A lot of, especially Angela, she talked to me yesterday on the 17th green, and she was talking about how basically everyone who's played the Solheim Cup before has always felt nerves, and the nerves, the first tee nerves, just the overall adrenaline that we get is not a cap in any sense. So it's really cool to be able to know that there were people ahead of us and people who are on the team who are going to be experiencing the same emotions and the same feelings, but we're all in it together.
Now just a quick update on another member of the U.S. team, Danielle Kang. It's been well documented by her on social media, just her struggles over the last few days, just trying to get her golf clubs here to Spain. I spoke with her mother, Grace Lee. She found out that her daughter's clubs never actually left Las Vegas to get to Spain, so they finally did make it here a few days after Danielle Kang arrived. They arrived on Tuesday evening around 7 p.m., and U.S. Solheim Cup captain Stacy Lewis, her father Dale, actually made the trip back to the airport to pick them up. They tell me that her bag was one of more than 24 bags that were delayed getting here to Spain. Well, a few hours after they arrived, around 9 p.m. local time, another set, a backup set that was built for Danielle Kang in the UK, also arrived. So Danielle Kang went from no clubs to 2 sets of clubs, and she was finally able to get her own equipment into practice during a practice round here on Wednesday. Kira?
All right, well, Rose Zhang was the top-ranked amateur for years. She won the 2020 U.S. Women's Am and the 2021 U.S. Girls Junior before winning her 2 NCAA championships. Since her win at the Mizuho Americas Open, Zhang also recorded top 10 finishes at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, the U.S. Women's Open, and the Evian Championship. She was in the media center earlier today.
I think when I played Mizuho, it was only with the intentions of starting off my career and playing the best I could, trying to make the cut. Obviously, the results turned out differently, and I've been super grateful for all the experiences that I've gained thus far on tour, but being in the Solheim Cup this year was certainly not one of the goals in mind, but the fact that it happened, I'm just super blessed to be alongside players that I've grown up watching and playing alongside them, representing the red, white, and blue. It's so hard to rank every single one of the accomplishments. I feel like every experience that I've gained has been so unique in its own right. This is definitely up there. Being able to play the Solheim Cup is truly a dream come true. I've played 2 junior Solheim Cups before, one in Des Moines and one in Glen Eagles. But I've watched and witnessed all these professional players represent Europe and the US on that first tee, but that was the experience and adrenaline that I've seen before, and to be a part of it now is really cool. I think whatever my place, whatever I should do is for the team, and regardless of how much I'm playing, I'm gonna be fighting out there every single event or every single match that I participate in. So no hard feelings there. I feel like I love being on the sidelines cheering for my teammates if that's what I'm gonna do, and that's basically what being part of a team is.